Hey, this video is for my fellow Louisiana business owners. I started this channel to document my journey to become a VA claims agent. Now I am a claims agent and I mostly share details about VA claims. However, I also have an LLC registered in the state of Louisiana because that's where I live. And as a new business is starting, the Vocal Veteran, I needed to do a DBA so that my existing LLC, I could use my existing LLC, but with the name The Vocal Veteran and not have to start all over again. Because if you are also a business owner, you know that the process of starting an LLC is not super complicated necessarily, but it is time consuming. And then I've also gone the additional next steps of becoming a certified veteran-owned business and a certified woman-owned business. And those are time-consuming and very detail-oriented. So I still wanted to maintain those designations, but I also wanted people to be able to write checks to the Vocal Veteran because I have an LLC, but the LLC had a different name. I needed to do a doing business as the Vocal Veteran. Okay, so I've made some notes. I'm going to refer to them as I'm educating you on the process of doing a DBA. A friend of mine who is an accountant in Mississippi said, oh, it's super easy. Just file with the Secretary of State. It costs like $100. Well, Louisiana, as we all know, is special. So it wasn't quite that simple. Here we go. So I went to the GeauxBiz Louisiana Secretary of State site, signed in, and looked for how to get a DBA. Apparently, in the state of Louisiana, a DBA is called a trade name. Okay, so I need a trade name for my business. Well, I looked up in the Q&A section, and I'm going to read you what it said in the Q&A section of the Secretary of State's website. It says, to register your trade name, if your business is a sole proprietorship and your business name does not include your first and last name within it, you must register your doing business as with your local clerk of court's office, which I thought was weird. So then I go to my local clerk of court's office because I think maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. The parish clerk of court said the only thing they had was an assumed name certificate, which was going to cost $105 and needed to be notarized. And it was only for people who were doing business as a sole proprietorship or just as a person, like they didn't have an LLC. And I was like, okay, well, that's not me because I have an LLC. So I go back to the Secretary of State's website. And here's what I found. That you have to reserve your trade name first. That's $30. And that means you want to make sure nobody else in Louisiana is using that name. So I paid $30 to reserve the trade name. And it came back clear within a few hours. And then I had to register the trade name, and that was $80. And then I got a certificate saying the Vocal Veteran is now a trade name or registered as a trade name with my current LLC. And all I had to do was email that document, the Secretary of State document, to my banks so that it is added now as a DBA on my bank accounts. Yay! So it was a little bit of a circuitous going down the rabbit hole a little bit. I just wanted to help anybody else who's a small business owner in Louisiana maybe avoid that if you find this in the slew of videos that are out there. I just didn't find anything that was super helpful specific to Louisiana, and I didn't want to hire somebody. I mean, I'm a smart person, so are you. You can do this yourself. It just took a little bit of digging. So you sign into your GeauxBiz account, and then in the left-hand column, it'll have registering a trade name or reserving a trade name. So you have to reserve it first. Then once the reservation comes back clear, then you register it. And then like it just takes a couple of days. So yay. Hope that helps.